Good morning, students. It's class time with Dr. Chris. Before recording our first macro, I thought it wise to familiarize us with the Visual Basic Editor, aka VBE components. The VBE is a separate application where you write and edit your VBA macros. It isn't totally independent of Excel, although, because Excel controls opening and closing of the application when needed. To activate the VBE, simply press on your keyboard Alt F11. So it will take you to the VBE application, or you can follow the procedural way. If I go ahead and close it, then I click on Developer tab, you can see Visual Basic here. If I click on it, it takes me to the same application. Alright, possibly your VBE program window won't look exactly like the one you're seeing right now. This is because VBE contains several dockable windows and it's highly customizable. You can hide, rearrange, or dock windows. For example, here I have the properties window. I can dock it into this area. As you can see, I've moved it from here to this point, so I can still dock it back to its initial position. Alright, so the basic parts of the VBA applications are: one, the menu bar. These are the menu bars. Secondly, the second one is the standard toolbar. Right below the menu bar, you have the standard toolbars. Also, you have the project window right here, and you have the properties window right below the project window. Remember, I say it's dockable, you can rearrange them. Okay, as it is here, I have the code window, which is this open gray space here, and I have the immediate window right below the code window. Okay, in case you couldn't find any of the aforementioned windows in your own VBA application, it simply means they are hidden. Use the View tab to hide and view them. For example, if I click on the View tab and I click on Properties window, if I click on it to see the Properties window, it's there. If I close it and go back to View and click on Properties window, you see I've reactivated it. If I click the project, this one here, VBA project, if I go back to View and click on Project Explorer, you see that it's back in place. If I go back to View and click on immediate, maybe I close the immediate window here, I go back to View, I want to view the immediate window, you see that it's back in place. So you can use the View to hide and view a particular window when you needed it. Alright, so to view other tools other than the standard toolbar, remember I call this one the standard toolbar, you can click on View as well, then hover on Toolbar, then you can choose to view Debug Tools, Edit Tools, Customize Tool. For example, if I click on Edit, you can see this little micro tool here. So it contains tools that you can use to edit. We'll get to it and we will talk about it. Okay, so the project window is kind of the point of focus. So the project window displays a tree diagram that shows every workbook currently open in Excel. Okay, here I have just a VBA project book 1, because on my Microsoft Excel I have just book 1, one book, one document open. So you can see there, book 1. If I open a new book, for example, if I hit on Ctrl N to open a new workbook, so you can see I have book 2, I have as well book 1. So if I go back to my VBE, you see that here I have book 1, I have book 2. If I expand this one, you see that this is my book 1, this is my book 2, right inside the Project Explorer. So we call this guy the Project Explorer. And here I have sheet 1, which is an object. Well, we'll get to a point where we'll explain all this concept. But in Microsoft Excel, everything is arranged in order. Like sheet 1 is seen as an object, this workbook is seen as an object as well. and some other things. The addings, they are objects as well. So if I add maybe let's say I add another sheet in book 1, and I have sheet 1, sheet 2. If I observe my VBE, you will see that they have reflected. In book 1 I have sheet 1, I have sheet 2. Okay, in that code you see that there is a kind of tree diagram. If I expand this one by clicking on this plus sign, you will now expose the content. Is that just book 1 and this workbook jet? Okay, so you can expand or contract it by playing around this plus and minus sign that comes up. Okay, one common thing that you need to know here is what we call a module. A module is kind of a code editor. If you program before, you understand that when you're writing your codes, you always have this software or space where you type your code that sometimes have character formatting, some are green, some are blue, and things like that. So in VBE, we have a code editor for us to run our codes, our sub procedures, and our function procedures as well. So to insert a module to a project, that means a kind of a code editor, that where you will write your code or record your macros. You can simply click on that particular project, you can right click on it, hover on insert, and click on module. So here we have, right on VBA project book 1, we have one module. Another way we can do this, you can select the project, then click on insert. You can see module right here. We inserted another module. So here you have two modules inside VBA project 1. We can do the same thing on project 2. Remember, we have book 1, book 2. So every book or every document is a project of its own. So here I can simply select it, insert a module as well. I can still right click on it here, the same thing. When you right click on it, over on insert, then insert a module. So here I have 4 different modules here. I can decide to arrange them using the window. I can tie them horizontally or vertically. If I choose vertically, see I have 1, 2, 3, 4. The modules are arranged in vertical manner. So this is just the introduction. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment and share the videos to your friends, and I will be your friend forever. Please to stay out of trouble, and see you in the next class. Bye.